Hey guys, Base Shogun here, and today we'll be taking a look at the DA-97 Guard Riser expansion unit here from Diaclone Reboot, of course. And this one's pretty cool. It means we are getting very close to the DA-100 and we can finally complete our giant robot base. I am so excited for that. It's one of my most hyped releases of the year. I guess it's maybe even 2 years here. So this one is pretty cool. It actually has a secondary kind of mode here, the Dia-Guardion mode there. And so if you have the DA-93, it looks like you can combine this here to make a pretty cool little robot. And it also comes with the Grand Arm, and that's just gonna add so much to your Grand Robot Base when you get it. I can't wait to tear into it and take a look. All right, guys, let's get right into it. So packaging, as you can see, Diaclone always does a top-notch job of making product feel absolutely premium. Even though it's small, you know you're gonna be getting some good stuff in this box. All right, let's open her up, see what we're working with here. There we are, like butter. Okay, and fresh out of the box, we have the, I'd say this is almost a signature from this recent Diaclone Reboot, is the instruction manual. It really puts every kind of Western retail release to shame. This is like, it almost feels like, you remember like N64 or kind of even GameCube, where the manual was almost like an art form. It helped sell you. There's little jokes in it, maybe some like hidden tips in the video game manual. This reminds me of kind of that time period where they actually put love and care into every aspect of the product. But of course, who really gives a damn about the manual when we have a beautiful Diaclone product here? Let me just flip it right side up. So let's take a look at what you get here. All right, and here's what you can expect fresh out of the tray here. You do have this, and it does look very awesome. And you know, this is small and it's light. There's my pinky finger, kind of the scale. But the amount of love they put into the molding, there's awesome colors there, and just how premium it does feel, it makes these upgrade kits worth it. Mostly. And just moving on to some of the other kit, we do have this awesome arm, which honestly is really gonna make the aircraft mode pop when you get them all combined. You have this cool thing here, looks like a little weapon there. And these are pretty cool. And you can see, like, even though these are just little like fins, I think these kind of make the boots in the combined mode there. But like, they really put a lot of love into everything. Like, look at all the molded detail, crisp colors there. You know, there's a little bit of sprue marking here and there, but you know, what are you gonna do? And here we have this part of it. It does look like a really good gun. I think it becomes kind of the under part of the ship. Yeah, you can see it right there. It's kind of the little blaster for the plane there. And this is super cool. Everything's molded great as usual. All right, and now coming up here is the Diaclone Pilot, and every time I get a new upgrade kit, I'm always reminded just how awesome these are. It has almost full premium action figure articulation, elbow bends, heads moves, and the amount of little detail and paint they put into these guys is really cool. And again, as you probably know if you're watching this, just a bonus that they interact with this whole setup. So good. That's always been one of Diaclone's selling points, but man, this reboot is some high quality stuff. And let's just take a look at this here. So you get one very high quality manual, and this is straight instructions there. And like, I don't know if you can hear the quality, if that makes any sense, but like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. And now you get a second manual here, and this is more of kind of like a hype up product shot, shows you what you need to make the combined mode there. And you know what? I know this costs more money, and like it's something Hasbro wouldn't put extra funds into, but having something this quality doesn't cost the company that much, and it really sets the tempo for what kind of experience you're going to have opening this. And already, you know, even if the product has a few, maybe there's a little paint chip there, the fact that this is in there gets the consumer past that and allows them to enjoy the product, in my opinion. So this is super cool. And again, oddly, one of my favorite parts of opening new Diaclone products, other than the toy itself. All right, guys, I'm gonna get this into its spaceship mode, I guess, and I'll see you in the next screen. Okay, so starting out, you have this almost jetpack looking thing here, and you can move this. And one of the things I found is that the instructions are absolutely horrendous. So honestly, I'd recommend just looking at the box art and going from there. So yes, you can see, you can kind of get that down into there, plug this in there. You can kind of see where this is starting to go. And I think we actually might have it upside down. Yeah, there we go. So now we are looking pretty good. I know these are little feet slash other unit things of the kit, and they look pretty good. And oh, you know, this set's good, but I can tell already, like, the main point of this is the combine mode, and it's also, obviously, it's an upgrade kit. So just keep that in mind, because these do get surprisingly expensive, and if you're not prepared, you know, for what you're getting in the box, you might be disappointed, which isn't fair, because this line is so good, it deserves all the praise in the world. And once you have this, you can see with the two pegs there, well, you know what? I bet that's going to go right into those two notches. So let's put it together and see how we're doing. It looks terrible. Okay, guys, so we have everything kind of as it should be. Here's the little plane thing here, little tank treads, and you know what? I gotta say, it's a little bit fiddly, actually. And what you get for $60 to $70 feels a little underwhelming. Maybe I have it set up wrong, but this is kind of the main idea. And yeah, mine's falling apart pretty easily, but I might have it tabbed in wrong. This arm kind of doesn't really do too much, so this does definitely feel like an upgrade kit. Some of the other ones before, you know, especially this guy right here, kind of felt like a standalone product. This one definitely lets you know it's an upgrade kit. All right, guys, I want to bring out this DA-93 right here. Let's combine them and see what this kind of main mode of this kit is all about. You have your DA-93, you have your DA-97, you put them together, and that is what you get, guys. And here we have them put together with both of the upgrade kits. And I think this is quite a great looking little combiner robot figure. It takes what I liked about the last one that went together, and it just gives it a little bit more height. Here's like a Marvel Legends Thanos for scale there. So you can still see it is very small, but it does got, you know, a pretty good amount of weight to it. And I'll do some articulation here. And this whole thing, you can just kind of move it whichever way you want, you know, maybe minus the wings and the way that you get around that. And just, you know, everything that like could be articulated almost is. So you can get a really awesome kind of range of dynamic motion and poses. You can see him in kind of a sumo stance there. You can get him maybe delivering, make sure the shoulders stay tabbed in, kind of like a final blow to a downed enemy there. You can get really, really good dynamic poses, as I was saying, and everything looks awesome. You can articulate in all kinds of funky modes. One thing I don't like right now is the arm here doesn't have an official spot. in with the combined mode, as well as this little transport vehicle from the other kit. So you do have parts left over there. You know, it is what it is. You can fit 2 guys in the cockpits there. And as always, these are done really well, fully articulated and everything. Love that little bit of gold paint. All right, guys, I think I've seen enough. I think it's time for my final review. All right, guys, and for my final review, I'm liking the quality. I'm liking the compatibility with the DA-93. Everything's painted awesome. So that's the good about it. As always, quality right up there. It is pricey though, and is quite small. I think it is one of the better upgrade kits for the DA-95 and DA-100 Grand Robot Base. I'm going to give this a 7.8 out of 10. It is really good, but at the same time, unless you're really going to complete this Grand Robot Base, or you're a huge Diaclone head, you know, you can probably skip this. You're going to be in deep just getting it combined. You can get a leader class or something else. But you know what? If you're into it, pick this up. If you like good quality and Diaclone, if you're not, if you're on the fence, maybe higher end collector's items. But you know what? You could take this money for the average collector and you can get 2 or 3 pretty good quality bots for your collection. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me with this Diaclone review. And remember, don't let anyone or anything ever stop you from collecting.